Looking for a way to get healthy? The Chef You and I program has the answer. Kathryn Raaker and chefs from around the nation will teach even the most inexperienced how to cook. Come into their kitchen and watch them take ordinary foods with loads of calories and fat and turn those foods into healthier dishes. You will be the first to get tips and ideas on foods that are easy to prepare. Now let's join Kathryn and today's chef and learn how to make today's recipes.
Hi, this is Kathryn Raaker of the Chef You and I have my favorite, wonderful chef who's also the pastor of St. Joseph's Parish in North Bend, Father Andrew Umberg. Welcome back, Father.
It's great to be back. Thanks, Kathryn.
And what is the theme today, Father?
Well, it's a summer grill out.
Summer grill out?
We're gonna make a little bit inside, but yeah, some chicken and vegetables on the grill.
And you have lost weight.
I have, and
I'm
with some
really
effort.
excited
Thank you
about
for
that.
noticing.
I notice when anybody loses weight, I notice, right?
Your eyes turn green, or they're already green, or
Oh,
not.
come on, buddy. Okay, so I'm actually losing weight too. So when I went to the doctor's, I had lost 5 pounds. I was so happy. So we are going to start now, Father, because we need to, turn on the grill and what else?
Well, we'll start making a chicken marinade.
Okay.
Actually, for a grill out like this, you need to do this in the morning, 8 hours ahead of time, or you can do it the night before. So what we do is we take a bowl, a nice deep bowl like this.
Right.
I'd say a plastic container would be just as good, but you want to have a small surface at the bottom so that your marinade really what covers the top of the chicken. Yeah, so
Okay.
the chicken is almost the chicken breast, even though it's not a liquid, it fills the place almost like a liquid would.
Okay.
But so we start with some soy sauce,
Right.
and let's see, we have some low sodium. I like to have at least some of it low sodium. Sometimes I do it with all low sodium.
Okay.
But okay, I want to go ahead and put about a quarter cup of this in here. If you'll go ahead and pour this and see how close it gets to a quarter cup, and then we'll fill up the rest with the other thing.
Well, I filled it up to 1/4 of a cup, Father. Is that good?
Okay.
Almost a
It's
third,
good.
actually.
Yes, let's make it a full third because I think these chicken breasts are really big, and I'd like
told
to
you
go
that.
into that. There
All
we
right.
go.
Okay. That's
Tell me we're at a third?
we could do a 1/2 a cup, actually.
Okay, we're about
All
a
right,
third
we're,
there.
we're good.
Wonderful. So for the marinade, we need some garlic, we need some chopped garlic, and then we need a 1/3 cup of soy sauce. Again, it can be low sodium with a green cap, or usually they put a green cap on or some green thing
Right.
to show that, or
Right.
the red cap.
Or that.
So 1/3 of a cup. Then we need a 1/3 of a cup of olive oil, just extra virgin olive oil.
All right.
And you can pour that in there until it gets up to a total of a 2/3 cup.
Okay, let me
Meanwhile,
do
I
that.
will smash some garlic, if...
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yes. Let's see. So I'm shelling the garlic here. I haven't done this for a while. I usually do the lazy way of
Putting
just
it
taking
in
from
that
the
container?
Jar. Yeah. I just buy
Oh,
the
you
jar
use
of
the
it.
jar.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Is
I've
it-
lost my touch.
Is
really.
this what you're talking about, Father?
Ooh, one of those things. Well,
Yeah, I have every gadget in the world.
okay, but now I've successfully... See, they're almost like Brazil nuts or something like that.
Yeah.
If you hit them the right way, then the whole skin comes off. Great revelation to a lot of folks, I guess. But in case anyone's still slaving away using your fingernails, you still have some on your fingernails anyway. It's still a garlicky smell, but it's nice. Okay.
That you love. He loves garlic. He
Yeah.
reminds me of Emerald sometimes.
Yeah.
Actually.
Keeps the vampires away too, which is, of course, very important. Okay, so I said we were going to put in some chopped garlic. I really meant minced garlic. I really have to mince this up. And again, from the jar is fine. You'll want a good tablespoon. I have 2 large cloves here, and I'm mincing them both up real nice. Okay, and then if you'll go ahead and pour in the olive oil mixed with the soy sauce.
Sure.
So
There
she's got
you
that
go.
poured into the bowl.
Right.
And now I'll take this garlic.
Mm-hmm.
And in it goes. That's a lot of garlic, folks. So that was about 2 tablespoons. That's more than you need.
But
Don't-
they love garlic, so what can I tell you?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so here's what we got now. We've got this nice garlicky, soy saucy, oily stuff going on here. Okay, and then we need about a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm just taking off the top of the pepper shaker and putting in what I think is
A quarter
my
cup.
version of not a 1/4 cup, but a
Quarter teaspoon.
1/4 teaspoon. There we go. Okay, so we've got that now. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Are you putting,
next thing,
you're not putting pepper in there, are you?
I just put black pepper in.
Okay, but you're not
Okay.
using red peppers.
No red pepper.
Okay.
Okay, so I've mixed these together.
Right.
And then we need a little bit of vinegar, and I think it's nice
That's right
to
there, Father.
use. Okay, we've got some nice distilled vinegar, and I'm going to put in. So again, we put 1/3 of each of those. Now I'm putting about 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Okay, maybe put a little bit more just for show.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to do this just, if you didn't have enough time and you wanted to do it 5 hours ahead of time or something like that, you might go ahead and put a little bit more vinegar.
Well,
This is pretty vinegary though.
Yeah.
Now this doesn't look like much marinade for what we're doing here. But watch, when we take this chicken breast and put it in here, we'll find that, see, it really starts swimming in there. And watch this one, when we put this big whale of one in here, see, look at that. See, it displaces it. This is the advantage of using a steep bowl like this when you're doing your marinade.
I see what you're talking about now.
And I'm even going to stab that a little bit there. There we go.
And that's when you actually put the holes in it, you're actually allowing it to come up into the chicken, correct?
Yes, yes. Although overnight it'll come up through the
Right.
sides. It's just these are particularly big chicken breasts, and I think it's nice then to make sure it gets really to the recesses. I don't think we're going to have any worry of the juice all running out because the nature of this marinade and the way it works. Maybe I'm wrong, but
No, I think it's fine
I've always been able to
do that.
find it delicious. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
We need to
you
put that in the
put some saran wrap, and then you
Right.
put that in
The refrigerator.
overnight. Yeah,
Okay.
overnight in the
Right,
refrigerator.
so I'll do that.
So we'll put that in there with the saran wrap on, and then by the magic of television, there might be some chicken breasts that are already marinated.
All right, and I already have them for you,
Wow,
Father.
how
right
wonderful is that?
here. Wonderful.
Oh, isn't that
Jeez,
wonderful? We
wonderful.
transferred them to there, so.
And then I'm going to move these over and put some saran wrap in them on it, Father, and put it in
Okay.
the refrigerator.
And again, it depends on how many chicken, a little bit of this marinade goes a long way. If you do a 1/2 cup and a 1/2 cup, you have enough, in a steep pan for a lot of it. But at some point, like if you did this kind of in the early evening or whatever, you'd want to go take a fork and turn them over to make sure that all parts of, then maybe in the morning, check it again and kind of, you want to make sure that it's soaking if it's not over the top of them, okay?
Right, right.
Okay, so those are ready to go onto the grill. We'll eventually put those on the grill, but we have some vegetables to make meanwhile.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and set
How
this
long will that
aside.
take on the grill?
Excellent question. Those are extra big chicken breasts. I'm going to say maybe about 4 minutes on each side.
Oh, that's
maybe.
it? Well, they won't be
Okay.
red inside or anything, will they?
Well, if they are, we'll put them back on
Fine.
because
Okay.
yeah, I'm against
oh, yeah,
eating
yeah,
red
right,
chicken.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
But we'll see. Maybe 4 on one side, 5 on the other. Who knows?
Right.
We have a suggestion from the producer, maybe even 6
6 or
and then
7.
7.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Yeah, we'll see what's what there.
Okay.
Okay. And then here, I'll set this to the side. And then we're going to make a delicious, summer side dish for the grill. And it is cabbage. You can just do cabbage, but I think it's nice to add a little bit of onion wrapped in aluminum foil, with some seasoning on it. Oh, it is
Oh,
just
you're putting it
wonderful.
on the grill.
Yes, it's.
I didn't think you were putting it on the grill,
Well,
but
there
now
you
I
go.
know.
Okay, okay.
Do you put
So-
butter or anything in it, Father?
Yeah, we'll put all kinds of stuff on here. So first, and now it's also nice to do an onion. If you, a delicious thing is to just take an onion like this, and go down most of the way,
Yeah,
but not all the way in there.
right. Pardon me.
So we'll do one just as a plain onion, and then we'll do a couple of cabbage and onion together.
Okay.
And that should be delicious. Okay.
So you're
you don't
doing
wanna
that
go-
by itself.
Right, and we don't want to go too far down. There's a way that you can put like another cutting board on the side to make sure that you don't go all the way down there, but it's not bad, huh? I'm
No, are you
doing it
making
okay.
a blooming onion there?
Yes, yes.
You are. A blooming onion.
But we will not.
I have the bigger ones.
Okay, well, yeah. If you were going to just serve it as onions, you'd want to do this bigger. But what you could do then is do the same thing we're going to do to the cabbage here.
Okay.
And so what we're going to do is just put a wedge or two of onion with the cabbage.
Okay.
So for the cabbage, here, I'll give you your knife back. I'm
Thank
sorry,
you.
I was taking your knife.
That's all
anyway,
right.
and then we'll cut down a nice side piece of this, okay? Mm-hmm. And then from there, we'll go ahead and get rid of that. And then we want to make some nice big cabbage wedges. So
Oh, okay.
like this, we'll cut in like this, and see that? That's,
Oh, that's
real
beautiful.
nice. Thank you. I think it's nice that way. And then like this. No real science to it because we have lots of leeway on how long it's going to cook and everything else. So, so here I'm going to go back in this way to get that nice edge, and we'll make lots of portions. Now we have enough chicken. Well, those chicken pieces are nice and big, but no one will complain if you have extra cabbage the next day. Okay, so here's what we do from here. I'm going to lay these cabbages, these cabbage wedges on their sides,
Right.
and I'm going to get out some Tabasco sauce.
Oh, wow.
And I am going to put Tabasco sauce all over these things.
You like hot, don't you?
I do, but this really won't be that hot of a dish. Although,
Really?
Although I say that sometimes, and then I serve it to somebody and say it's not that hot, and then they start choking, But
Great,
oh well.
Father.
Not that that's really happened before, or
Right.
maybe it has.
Right.
Okay, then can I have a little bit of ground salt? And let's see, I'll
It's
head
right
over
there,
here.
Father,
Great.
that you can grind it.
Okay.
And that's your kosher salt, by the way.
Great. Okay.
I only
So-
I only use kosher salt, Father.
Nice. And I'll do this way. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm putting a decent amount of salt on there, and
Right.
so
Now you need the aluminum foil.
well, actually, we're not quite to the aluminum foil stage yet.
Okay.
You know what? Although if I were really smart, I would have put on the aluminum foil to do all this stuff. But no, since I've not gone that direction, where is the olive oil? I would like a little bit of olive oil.
Oh, it's right here, Father.
Okay, great.
Here's your olive
So
oil.
you notice then, okay, so I put some Tabasco on. Now watch me pepper. Mm-hmm. And I salted it already, right? Now I'm peppering. Mm-hmm. Okay, then go ahead and, well, I'll go ahead and show you just the amount that I'd like to put on here. Okay, so we're putting this on, and you know what? Let's get out the aluminum foil for this phase.
I've already got it.
How wonderful. She's always a step ahead.
How big do you want?
And then with that nice big aluminum foil, I'd say pieces about this long will be
Do you
good.
know, I
about
have
9
some
inches.
that are already cut like that. Would
Okay,
you like that?
yeah, let's use the sheets
Okay,
of aluminum foil.
we'll
That's
use the
even
little
nicer to
sheets of
do.
aluminum foil.
Yeah,
I'll use
those are
those a
nice.
lot. Yeah, they're
Okay,
really
sure.
nice. There isn't much I don't have in this house, Father.
Oh, good.
Actually.
It's like a grocery store.
It
here
is like a
sometimes.
grocery store, right? And our producer's
I'll-
getting it out for us. But don't forget to go to our website at thechefyouandi.com so that you can actually, Father, how many do you need?
Oh, let's go with 5 pieces. Let's go with 5.
2, 3,
And the others can go.
4, 5. And then we can have the producer take away this.
Yeah,
How about
before
that?
it gets chickeny on
Yeah,
us.
right.
Okay.
Right.
So here, I'll move the cabbage now a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
And then here, I'm putting this one on here then. Okay?
Yeah.
After we do this, the next thing that we need to do
Yeah.
is take a little bit of butter, and margarine is fine too, although I usually just do butter. Okay? So I'll take this.
Oh, let me move this out of the way. And then you're just going to spread it like you would for actually...
like a piece of bread almost.
Piece of bread.
Yeah.
All right, that's easy.
See that? Okay. Then let's go ahead and do that with each of these. I salted the whole thing, right? Okay. So good. And then I'll put this on here. And then let's see if you'll drizzle just a little bit of olive oil on each one. Not even like 2 teaspoons is enough, but try to get as much of the surface as you're dripping. Okay, that's plenty. Good.
That's going to keep
Okay.
it fresh, right?
There you go.
Do you wrap it then?
Not yet. We're going to flip it and do the same thing to the other side.
Okay.
So then, okay, we'll smear a little then of this nice margarine, or no, this butter on, this butter mixed with margarine or whatever it is. Okay, so let's put that one forward.
Okay. And then do the same thing here,
Yes.
but I'll just do a little.
Yes, that would be great. And the same thing
Okay.
with that one. And here, let's go ahead and flip this one then.
Because you've got butter on
And
that
get
side.
this one, yeah.
Oh, you do
let's
on
get-
both sides?
Yes, yes. And we won't salt it again because I think it's salted too
I
much.
think so too. Okay.
Okay, then a little bit, well, we've got so much olive oil on this one, and it'll never know the difference, whether it was just the
No,
one side.
it
But I will do this little bit of butter to make it soak in, to hold that in. Okay, then let me show you how to
Go right
wrap
ahead.
it up. You need to go inward a little bit first, and then you want to make it so that it's going to hold this liquid because it's going to be cooking in its own juice here.
Okay.
Okay? And then something that I failed to do is put any of that onion in. So let's go ahead and throw a piece or two of onion in too. If you open that back up, or we can do it on the next one or whatever.
It
That's
doesn't
fine
matter.
too. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll go like that. Wonderful. Okay. see
You
if
like to
can get
grill,
it
don't
in.
you?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's fun.
It's good stuff. Okay, so here we are with this one. I still have to flip this over, right? I don't even know if I margarine that one. I don't think I did. There we go. It's margarine. We're flipping it over. And now we're doing the same thing
With that
here.
one.
Yeah, this has got plenty of stuff on it.
Okay, so
We're
I'll do
putting a
that.
little bit more. So if you don't if you're afraid of the Tabasco, don't put as much on.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then you put the onion in. Or
yeah. Put a wedge or two of onion in. That's wonderful. Yes.
What my question is, did you put butter on that one? I don't think so.
Not on this side, I don't think. But
Oh, okay, that's fine.
it'll
We're
be
fine.
okay. Yeah, I think
it's going to be fine.
it'll still be good. Yes.
Okay, so this.
I'm sorry.
And
then
that's all right.
I'm going to go ahead and just cut this onion since we're not really doing the blooming onion thing. But the blooming onions by themselves this way really are delicious too. Whoa.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to throw in some of this onion. Okay, go ahead and wrap that up real nice.
Okay.
Okay, and then another one. We'll go ahead and try to we didn't oil or margarine this one yet, so
Okay,
you
so
gotta
let
throw a
me
little
just
bit
a
of that
little
on there.
oil in there. Oops,
Okay, that's plenty.
that's plenty. Yeah.
A little bit more on
Yeah.
that other side. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
we'll
now a
cook
tiny bit here.
it. A
Okay.
tiny bit here.
Okay,
Okay.
good. Okay, well,
That's good.
here we go. We'll get that right into there after all.
Okay.
It'll
Now-
all mix up. And just a moment, we'll do a little bit of butter
Okay.
on each. So one knife full of butter should be enough for both of them. You know, it's not too much. And we'll just do the one side and see. I think,
Then the onions.
yeah, let's throw some onion in. Yeah. You won't believe how good this tastes, folks, when it's done. Whether it seems very impressive right now or not. I think you'll be.
Well, I do onions and mushrooms on the grill, and it turns out so good, Father. I mean, you love it.
bet.
People
I'll
love
bet.
it. And even carrots.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think we're ready to fire up the grill, and then we're going to start working on kale. You know
Okay.
what? Before we go to the grill,
Why don't we just take a break here
Okay.
for a minute, and we'll be right back with Father Andrew Umberg and myself, Kathryn Raaker, on The Chef You and I. We'll be right back.
Okay, I'm going to turn this up nice and high, at least medium. It's a very windy night here in the suburbs of Cincinnati. So we'll go ahead and put this down. There might be a better way of doing it. I'm putting them the smooth side down first. What some people like to do is heat up this marinade afterwards and use it as a sauce. I find that they're kind of juicy as it is and very nice the way they are, so I don't usually do that. It's when you cook it, it's easy for it to get kind of a fibrous thing that the protein cooks. Okay.
And Father, if you don't mind, I'm going to put mine that I marinated over here.
We have a non-garlic one. Okay,
so
good.
This one right here.
Excellent.
Okay. Is that all right?
Beautiful.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll put this down and we're going to go at least 7 minutes here on the first side, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Okay.
Okay, and we're going to go back into the house. So we'll take a little break and we'll be right back. We're back on the Chef You and I, and Father Umberg, you're doing what with the kale?
Okay, we're gonna boil it a little bit.
Okay.
Not too much because we're gonna saute it afterwards.
Right.
Okay, but we're gonna put it in. So I've got some water in a saucepan.
Right.
Now that's a lot of kale. You'll be surprised how much the kale shrinks as soon as it hits the water when you get rid of it. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of salt in the water, just a couple of cranks of that thing, not even a quarter teaspoon of salt there. And then we want to get all the kale. You've wonderfully got this, washed it off very well, and
do you want me to tear it up? Would you like me to tear it up?
Let's tear it up a little bit.
Okay.
So about the size of a poker chip or a little bit bigger for each of them. Okay.
All right.
Every Catholic knows the size of a poker chip.
Yeah, I know. So we actually had to get organic because the bags, I can't find them. It's so weird. But maybe there's having a problem with it.
Yeah, and all these.
But this is really good kale.
Yeah, it looks wonderful and
fresh.
And again, around the size of a poker chip. If they're a little bit bigger, that's okay. A little bit smaller, that's okay.
Okay.
It says to take out the stems, when you with the bag. But you know what? But we can leave some of the stems, and the really big ones maybe not. But actually, I would leave those anyway. So we're going to do this. We'll boil them in just a couple minutes, and once the water gets boiling, and then we'll go from there. That sounds good. And I can't wait to try the chicken. I mean, really seriously, I think it's going to be really good. Right? Thank you. Oh, I love it. It's a tried and true recipe. In fact, one time we've done this chicken before, but I was alarmed at how few people looked at that video. So they've got to learn about this chicken. Listen, so well, we're in grilling. We're giving him a second chance, but Father, since we're doing so many different things with our videos now, actually, it's great. Yeah, they might get a second chance anyway, but now maybe they'll get 4 chances now. Right. So that'll be great. So we're doing this then. We'll get after we boil, we have a couple of pieces of kale that didn't make the grade. And what? After we boil the kale, we will put it through the colander in the sink. Okay. Okay, so our water's not quite hot enough now, so maybe... We'll talk for a minute. Okay. Or why don't you give me a paper towel and I'll wipe this up. Well, that sounds wonderful. That sounds good. It's right over there. Great. And meanwhile, I'll bust up a little bit more garlic. All right. Oh, more. I can't wait. Kathryn can't have any garlic, as she often reminds me. And I don't know of anything other than a dessert that doesn't need garlic, so well, it's kind of difficult. I've learned how to use other spices for garlic. And there's a chef that is a spice chef, and he actually found different spices that I'm not allergic to put into any different thing that I did. I did a stir fry, which turned out to be absolutely gorgeous. Actually, Marion was here, and so was Marty Schultes, that is from the bank. And and we made stir fry, and did we make stir fry? No, we made a pork roast, but we did it on the grill, and then we put it in the hot pot. And today I had the last of it
a sandwich. It was delicious.
That's great when you can get a couple bowls of something or a couple plates of something, and then it's good out of the refrigerator a couple days later. Did you have it hot or cold on the sandwich?
I hit it cold. It was really, really good.
This chicken recipe is not only delicious when it's hot, but it's a wonderful thing to have in the refrigerator. Oh, not even, you don't even have to make it with a sandwich. It's just so delicious cold. It's just wonderful.
Right.
Like some exotic lunch meat or something.
So you're going to put garlic in this too, right?
I am. But we could maybe make a little skillet for you with a little instant onion or fresh onion.
Yeah.
If you want to chop up a little onion, we'll
could.
do a separate one.
Okay. So we'll just
I can't guarantee it'll taste as good as the garlic, but you'll get over that.
Right. I'll get over it. So I'll take a little break here and I'll go get an onion. How about that?
Okay, wonderful.
I'll be right back. Father, we're back, and guess what? I like scallions.
Okay,
Because
and that'll be great. We'll try to see how that is with the. I like the typical Italian way is to do greens with, and again they'll do a variety of greens, but I'm doing just kale because usually that comes in the bag. So I was trying to save you that trouble, but you just take the.
Actually, I had the same situation last week. We could not find kale, so I had to buy this type of kale. So I did it with stir fry, and it was great.
Now, when I was growing up, and even when I was a teenager, I thought kale served only one function: to garnish hotel pans of stuff. And I thought, what a disgusting idea to actually eat it.
It's delicious.
But I find it that way now, but I didn't then.
Well,
but I think this way, if I had a time machine and if I could have made this for myself. Look at that.
Look at that.
If you just move that anywhere, and and we'll go ahead and start putting the kale into the hot water.
Be
and
careful.
then I'll take a spoon, any spoon, and just start mashing it. Now watch, when I mash this down, look at that. It's all tame. Now it turns bright green. Now, an interesting thing to do, too, is to just take it out just after about a minute, and then run it through the colander,
fry it?
and then cool it, and then put a little bit of slaw dressing on it, or creamy poppy seed dressing, or some sweet dressing.
I have some of that.
And then put some craisins with it, and maybe a little bit of chopped nuts, or candy, that type of thing. It's like the superfood at a certain Chick-fil-A. I think it's good. They also put in a little broccolini with it, but I don't think for taste it would be much of a difference one way or the other. If you'll put in the last of the kale then, it's boiling right now.
Right.
So this is only slightly salty water here. And I really maybe should have put a little bit more water in, but.
I think it's fine, actually, because it goes down to nothing.
It is nice the way it does this, yes.
And you know how old that pan is?
This is one of your waterless, huh?
That's 47 years old.
It's older than me.
Right.
That's not really true.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
It was convincing for a moment, wasn't it?
I kind of like the way your hair is right now because it's a little curly on the top. That's cool. Okay, I'm coming back in. And we just chopped up these beautiful scallions for my part of it. And... there's a lot of people that are allergic to onions and garlic, believe it or not. So I'm coming up with new things for people like me. I love onions, so I can eat onions. Don't ask me why garlic doesn't work, but...
And I'm going to put in about, not quite a tablespoon of
garlic. Oh, are you going to save some of that for me, buddy?
Well, you don't want any of that,
No,
do
I
you?
don't want any of that.
But it was one clove.
I have a little skillet down here for me. Okay.
Yes, there you go. So... Okay, so I put as much garlic as I need. We'll just maybe get rid of the rest since you won't be wanting it. Can I have a little olive oil?
Sure.
The extra virgin olive oil. I think we might have
put it away again.
Put it away.
All right. How much olive oil would you like, Father?
I'd say a couple of tablespoons. Here, I'll go ahead and pour it if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
So here we go. I'll take this, and it's been about 7 minutes, so I think it's time to, okay.
Okay.
So here we go. Enough for it to run around there on the garlic, and, okay. And I'll put this back over here if that's okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
Maybe up here, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so then our next step then is to drain the kale.
Drain the kale.
So if I can have that colander over at
Sure.
the sink, and then we'll
Sure.
go from there.
Okay, so I need to, pardon me, need
Sure.
to come over here and move a couple of things out of the way here.
Okay, so our kale still is pretty bright green. I don't cook it too much. The water will be kind of green when I'm pouring it out, just a little bit green.
Okay, Father, go right
But
ahead.
it does have a cooked kale smell. Here, if you go ahead and smell that.
Oh, it does smell. It almost smells like spinach when you cook it, you know?
Yeah, very similar in smell. I
Very
think,
very easy.
Now, don't let me steal all the kale. We gotta keep some for you.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay. And then I'll just leave that there like that. Okay.
I
So
think
we'll let it sit there a little bit.
I think we need to go out there for a minute.
Well,
Oh, no, I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to take a short break.
Okay. Sounds
And we'll
good.
come back and maybe the chicken will be almost done. We are back on the Chef You and I with Father Andrew Umberg and myself, Kathryn Raaker, and he is now frying.
Yeah, I'm sauteing the kale. I put a little bit of, a couple tablespoons of olive oil, or a tablespoon and a half. I put a generous amount of chopped minced garlic in there. Yeah. Well, it was about a tablespoon, but it was one really giant clove. And now I have it in here, and you know, so it's there sizzling with the garlic, and the kale will look like it's absorbing a lot of it, a lot of the olive oil, but that's okay. It doesn't hurt anything. Okay, and then see how this is really nice. I didn't, by the way, I sauteed the garlic a little bit first. I didn't brown it. I just let it get a little bit, you know, make sure that all that nice garlic oil is going into the garlic oil is going into the olive oil, okay? Then I'm taking some crushed red peppers, and I'm just going to shake this all over this once for a moment. You got a good shot of that then? And then here we go. We'll go like that. Again, some people would find that to be too much. I guess I've eaten a lot of Mexican food, and to me that's just spicy enough. And so then I'll stir this around like this. If I were making this for myself, I would also lightly salt it, but I salted the water some a little bit. And, well, so I'm making sure that I get that oil everywhere. Okay, now the garlic is looking a little bit brown and crisp, which won't hurt a thing. And now I'll turn it off. And I'll just do the slightest little salting here with the kosher. So there we go. So it's not even 1/8 of a teaspoon, not even
1/8 of a teaspoon.
Probably about 1/16 of a teaspoon there.
Right.
And it's nice to do that while it's still in the pan, so you get a nice even seasoning, just like putting the red pepper on in the pan. So again, I'll just toss this over a couple more times, and we are now good to go. Is this for
That's
me?
yours.
Okay.
That's for you, Father.
Then I'll go ahead and put this maybe here if that's okay. Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and put this in.
Okay.
Not the
I'm gonna
perfect serving suggestion there, or the prettiest serving, but steaming hot, and it's very delicious.
And actually, this looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And you should show this next.
Oh, that's right.
okay?
Here, I'll come on around if that's okay.
Okay. And do you want me to put it on a plate, separate plate? Because I'm going to take the chicken.
Well, each person gets their own
Oh, they get
little
their
packet
own.
of vegetables.
Oh,
And if you can
wonderful.
take a close look at this, see how the steam coming out? And these were on the whole time the chicken was and more, and they could even have used even a little bit more time, okay?
Right.
They'll still be good, but they
Right.
get even better. They really get to a certain magical moment after about, I'd say, 15 or 20 minutes.
That sounds
Okay,
good.
more like 20, really.
Right.
Okay, great.
So Father, what we're going to do next is I'm going to make a really fast dessert. Okay?
Wonderful.
Or no, I'm going to take a break. We're going to be back and I'll make the dessert then. Okay?
Okay, great.
We're back on the Chef You and I with Father Umberg and Kathryn Raaker, and we're making the piece de resistance, and that is almost like a trifle, except that we're using Cool Whip in it and sherry. And Father is cutting up the little pieces, and we're putting in the first layer. I need one more, Father.
In fact, I'll put a little handful in if that's okay.
Right,
Is that
that's
okay with
fine.
you?
Well, I need one more then.
Okay.
Yeah, because if we're making a layer of it.
Then here we go.
Right. So this is angel food cake because a lot of you are on diets and we're eating healthy. So everything that we actually had tonight was very healthy. Wouldn't you say?
I would say so.
Okay, so now what I need you to do, I think that's plenty. Because I got to put the fruit on it somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, and then you're going to
this
pour
is a
the
nice,
sherry.
Yeah, nice sherry. And ooh.
Oh my
Nice.
goodness.
We're just putting in just a tiny bit, trying not to get
Too much?
too generous with it, but enough that.
Okay, that looks good to me.
So,
Okay.
what about from the gallery there? Do you want more or?
Yes, much more. It's almost like a trifle, imitation trifle, because you would use a pudding in it as well. So
Okay.
I think that's enough. So then I'm going to put the fruit on top of it, right? Which
Or
is
do
right
we do
here.
the whipped cream first or
Not-
the fruit? Okay.
The
Just
fruit
asking.
first. Then,
Beautiful.
okay, just let me
And
do
what do you
this.
have there? You have blueberries and
I have
raspberries.
blueberries and raspberries, and guess what? I also have strawberries,
Oh, nice.
which is good. Because these are all fruits that aren't heavy in calories. And I love blueberries. Right?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
vouch for
Hold
that.
on. Right, I want to put some strawberries in there. My hands are clean. And we're going to put some strawberries in it. And then what we're going to do, Father, is we're going to put the Cool Whip on top of it. Okay? Right?
And the great thing about Cool Whip, and
Right.
again, the grocery store
Right.
knockoffs
Right.
of Cool Whip, is that they come in a light as well.
Yeah,
And
they
you might
do.
want to even get a light version of
Yeah,
that.
and
to
I
make it
like
even lighter.
this. And then you just keep layering it, which we're going to do real quickly for you, right? And it just keeps on going up and up and up. All right. But we're going to have to say goodbye? No, we're not going to have to say goodbye yet. We've got a little bit more time and we're going to do it. So, all right, Father, I need them smaller. Okay.
More go in.
Right?
We
And
might want to make these slices a little thinner than what I'm making them.
yeah,
I
because
think
we're going
it's
to
a
be
little,
running out of cake pretty soon. Whoops. Right? Right. Okay. That should be enough. Okay. One more. One
a
more.
little-
Right there. Right there. Okay.
there, and maybe
Okay.
even a touch more, and a
So,
little bit more sherry.
Just a little bit more sherry.
Okay, and
More and more and more. Right. Okay. And then what we're going to do is this time we're putting that's good, Father. Strawberries. Right?
even more from the gallery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
very
got to
fun.
soak in just like your marinade does.
There you go.
Okay. But we would be using pudding, like a vanilla pudding, and we're going to put a few more
So
of
instead of
these
the
in
whipped
it.
cream or instead of the
Yeah,
sherry?
right.
Or
No,
what
instead of the whipped cream, instead of the Cool Whip.
Instead of the Cool
You
Whip.
could,
Okay.
you use a nice pudding, a vanilla pudding. And you can make the pudding yourself, right? Or,
Okay.
just do that. And then you'll be able to see the layers as well. Okay, so, all right. Need more,
Okay.
right? Right. A little bit more sherry on that, buddy, after you get that done.
Okay. I'm going to dare to go straight from the bottle.
You know,
this
I call my friends buddy, so nobody from the
Why?
parish call me up and say, don't say buddy. But I had 5 brothers. So when you have 5 brothers, you have a lot of men in the house, right? Right. Okay, Father, a little bit more sherry.
Okay,
All
and
right.
here we go. We'll
Yeah,
see.
just give it a little generous deal this time.
Okay, I'd say we've got about 3/4 of a cup altogether.
Yeah, that's all right. So now we're going to put the rest of the fruit in the top of it. Okay. And I'm just going to put a dollop in.
Can I pour a little bit more
Yeah,
of this
yeah,
in?
go
Will
right
that be good?
ahead.
Okay.
Go right ahead. Just do this.
There we go. That God gave us
Okay.
hands.
Just
for
put
a
all of
reason.
that in there. And that
Make
looks
sure we
really
get
pretty.
some- yeah, a little bit. Oh, there goes on.
And then what we
Stray
could do
blueberry.
is do this, Father.
Pretty,
about
very
that?
nice. I like
Very
it.
pretty. We're going to do it like this because we don't have any more cake left. And then I'm
Okay.
just going to do a dollop of whipped cream on it.
Stray blueberry, and it goes.
Okay? Like this. How about that?
It's nice. A nice light summer dessert for after your nice light grill out meal.
Yeah, and you want to grill out as much as you can, like we did tonight, because it's really healthy for you. And we're going to put this over there, and then we'll serve it in really pretty bowls, right? So you can see that it's really a nice, fresh dessert. And guess what? We're at the end of our program tonight, and I've really enjoyed it, Father. All the recipes will be up on the Chef You and I. And don't forget to see us next time on the Chef You and I. Bon appetit, Father.
And to you, bon appetit.
Thanks for joining us on the Chef You and I show today. We'll be back next week with another great and healthy recipe. Don't forget to visit our website, thechefyouandi.com, for all of our featured recipes, cooking tips, and clips of the show.